groovy, man. I just want a bunch of folks in front of my porch. Let's have a Coca-Cola, a sweet tea, or whatever your drinking flavor is. Let's just talk about life and how far we've come on the only 1340 WTAN 10 Talk Radio Network.
It's all groovy with Robbie the Shark. Thursdays from 8 to 9 p.m. Listen at your own risk.
Are you tired of the one-sided news reports? Are you done with all the anger? My name is Yergs. With my degree in history and political science and my 21-year career in the U.S. Secret Service, I'll take you up the middle and show you both sides of the political spectrum and what really happens in Washington and beyond. Join me every Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on the TAN Talk Network, right after the Paul Malloy Show. Up the middle, equally biased, equally offensive, educational.
Tampa Bay's TAN Talk, entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
It's time for BeLocal Buzz with Devin. Devin is the owner and publisher of Stroll Harbor Bluffs and BeLocal Beaches magazines. She's also the founder of Raising Relief Foundation and the host of BeLocal Buzz on the TAN Talk Radio Network. Now here's Devin, your community connector.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to BeLocal Buzz with Devin, your community connector, here on TAN Talk Radio every Thursday from 4 to 5. I have an amazing show for you today with awesome guests, and I just wanted to, I always have to start off with saying hey to my producer. Hey, Ed, how are you?
Relieved.
Oh, okay.
Relieved it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
all the voting. You know.
Oh. All right, you're talking to someone that didn't even know it was daylight savings until like 2 days later. Okay, so it's relieved.
So
I'm
you were
relieved.
early for work on Monday, right?
Know.
Like an hour?
I'm just like, yeah. Got it. Yes, I'm relieved too.
I'm tired. I was tired of the text messages like 4 or 5 times a day, if that.
Yep.
And everything else. I'm just glad it's finally over.
I was disappointed because I kind of thought I had a lot of friends when I got to looking at my phone and be like, oh my God, you have 10 text messages. And then I realized it wasn't from anyone I know, and now I have none.
You're the one that looks forward to that piece of mail that says occupant?
Yes,
okay.
I do, because I have no friends. I'm kidding. My phone's always blowing up. But anyways, yes, I am relieved that it's over. And thank you for reminding me what we're even talking about. So today's show, Ed, do you know what you're going to learn? And our listeners, let's say hi to our viewers. Hello. It's our YouTubers. Thank you for joining in. You're going to learn today that event planners ranks above the most stressful jobs. They actually compare it to firefighting and military. And you're also going to find out about ponds. And they can draw wildlife, create serenity, and cut down on mosquitoes. Mm-hmm. And I am going to start actually my show today with the whole open enrollment thing. Okay. That's kind of where my head was at. I'm sorry. I forgot the election was 3 days ago or whatever it was. I've moved on, but I have someone here that is truly the expert, and I'm just going to dive right into it. Ed, do we have a song for Linda?
We sure do.
This might sound a little pitchy, like I'm trying to say you a line, but this song's for you if you're turning 65. So get out your pad and pencil and take a few notes. We're about to clear the air on Medicare so everybody knows the party is automatic after first of the month. It's room or more than a little more, and you'll save a bunch. And Part B's for goods and services that you might acquire, but no need to activate unless you're retired. And Part C's not the advantage that you might suppose. It's limited on coverage and full of other holes. And Part D is necessary. The drug plans are fine, or you'll get hit with 1% for the rest of your life.
Okay, well, no stranger to the radio is my friend, sponsor, neighbor, and the cover model of this month's Stroll Harbor Bluffs, Linda Bulleman. Linda, welcome back to Be Local Buzz with Devin. I'm always excited to see you in the studio, on my coffee table, in person, at parties, everything. So
thank you.
What's going on? I played the Medicare song with you. Why?
Me?
No, yeah, you.
What are you looking at me for?
I don't know. You had your hands up. I thought you were like doing some kind of weird.
I was just
producer
leaning back.
signal.
I
don't know.
I didn't know the song either. It was like one of those jokes you get on the way home. I was waiting for the song.
I thought you were signaling me. We had like some kind of like
no.
behind the scenes cue. Go ahead, Linda.
Well, it's open enrollment. If nobody knows, it started October 7th, right after the hurricane.
Okay.
And no, it started October 15th. Excuse me. And then it goes till December 7th. If you have Medicare or turning 65 or you decided you're going to retire and enjoy life, then you need to see me. It's open enrollment. You can do whatever you want to during this time. You can change plans, whatever.
So what does open enrollment actually mean? What does that mean? You hear that term a lot, but I don't really know if people know exactly what that means. It's like, and when does it go? When does it expire?
Well, we have it once a year.
Mm-hmm.
You have annual open enrollment. That, again, is October 15th to December 7th. That means anybody on Medicare can, if you're on a supplement, you can go to Advantage Plan or Advantage Plan back to the supplement, change your drug cards, which is what is important this year.
Okay.
A lot of people have supplements and then they get a drug card. And a lot of people, when they're 65, they sign up and they forget about it. They just let their plan roll.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You've got to check your drug cards every year. This year, they got rid of the donut hole. And for those that don't know what the donut hole is,
that would be me. I was like, are we talking Dunkin' Donuts? What didn't know what we were talking about. So what is the donut hole? Those little things you get in the chocolate ones?
No.
Okay. So tell us what a donut hole is.
It's in your prescriptions.
Okay.
When you have prescriptions, either on a Medicare Advantage plan or a standalone prescription plan, you have a deductible, and then after you pay your deductible, then you have co-pays. And you have tiers in your drugs. Tier 1, which is generic, preferred generic, then tier 2 is generic, 3 is brand name, up to tier 5.
Okay.
Well, if you have brand name, you'll fall into the donut hole because your prescriptions are very expensive. But it takes the retail cost. Okay. So say your drug is $450 a month if you just go buy it without a card. But if you have a drug card, then you pay the deductible. And then after that, it's $47. It could be higher. It depends what your copay is. And once you hit, this year it was $6,000 out of pocket, then you fall into the donut hole. Then you have to pay a percentage of the retail cost until you hit $8,000. And there's I'd say 10%, maybe 20% of the Medicare population falls in that group. And that can be a burden if you're on a fixed income.
So you help with them. So if you're just tuning in, we got Linda Bulleman here. She's the Medicare specialist, and she's talking about the open enrollment, which already started in October, and it goes through December 7th. If you do have any questions for any of our guests today, it's 727-441-3000. Or if you've already missed part of this show, you can always go back on YouTube Live and you can go to TAN Talk Radio and watch the entire show. So Linda Bulleman, she's talking about the Medicare and plans that are going on out there, and they can be very, very confusing. We're talking about people that actually are retiring, but there's a lot of people on Medicare that just have they have Medicare because they have disabilities, right?
Yeah, if you've been on disability for 2 years and you get a Medicare card, then you can get a Medicare plan.
Okay, so you can help them too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. So right now, the average age of men is 84 and women 87. Mm-hmm. So So you learn lots of things on BeLocal Buzz. Yes, absolutely. So you're talking someone that gets on Medicare at 65. That's still like 20 something years left that they have to actually have financial backing for, right?
Exactly.
So I would say that if I was 65, which I'm not, it would be very important to connect with you, right? Because you're always in school. I mean, every time I talk to you, you're in some kind of continuing education. And that's why she's the expert, because she stays up on stuff. So what should someone do if they don't even know if they should call you? Or I'm going to talk to the kids out there, because your mom or grandmom or grandfather or dad probably doesn't even know. Okay, doesn't even know that it's open enrollment, probably is not even paying attention to deadlines. They're just letting it roll over, like Linda said. Get with your parents, have these conversations, talk to them and say, hey, do you know what's going on here? And then you call Linda if you have to for your parents or grandparents, aunt, uncle, best friend, whatever. So Linda, what advice are you giving everyone this year?
Well, again, this year, what is important, they got rid of that donut hole. What does that mean? Well, maximum out of pocket for drugs is $2,000. Okay. But then they also changed everything around as far as the tiers. A lot of people, like I said, will roll.
Right.
I had a call the other day. I like my card. I'm going to stay there. Well, when I ran her drugs, even though her premium and everything was zero, her drugs for next year went sky high. And I can save her over $700 a year if we just changed her a plan that did have a little premium, so I have to show these people this stuff.
Right.
I'm doing that a lot this year. And then, of course, after $2,000, then they don't pay any more for their drugs.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of changes, a lot of the benefits. Insurance company changed their benefits, took away a lot of benefits. So, like I said, I had people in their 80s until they got my trust. And they've been on the plan since 65. Their first year, I saved each one of them $700.
Wow. So that's a lot of money.
And this year, I saved her $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can save you some money.
Linda, did they all buy you a nice Christmas present?
I get no presents.
Oh, well, we'll have to change that this year. We'll have to change that. So if you want to know what to do, or if you want to know if yours even changed, can someone even call you? We're talking about Medicare plans. How does someone know if there's even change? They just call you and say, hey, this is what I've been on, or this is what I did last year. And you just kind of take a look at it, and you just kind of like, everyone's different, right? It's not a cookie cutter.
Nope.
Right.
No, everyone's different. Like the lady I saved $1,500, I'm just leaving her husband where he's at. So, they all like to stay together. They've been married 45 years. I want to be on the same plan, but that's not true with drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, because your drugs are different than his drugs.
Well, of course. Well, couples do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. My husband and I we're not that connected, honey. We're not going to be doing that kind of stuff.
You're not taking the same drugs, honey?
No, we're not taking the same drugs, and we're not going to be in the same plan. Okay, that's it. But anyways, okay, so how does someone get in contact with you besides going to their BeLocal Beaches magazine? Or you can, of course, find her on strollharborbluffs.com on our website. So how does someone else contact you?
Well, guess what? I just got a new website.
Yay! Yay!
So everybody go out there and Google lindabullerman.com and check out my new website that Devin referred me to.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was going to say, Devin did not create it. Okay. Devin did not create it, but yes, I'm the community connector, so I can connect people to each other.
Well, she told me people see your ad, which I advertised for how many years with you. And she says the first thing they do is Google you. And I go, no, not 80-year-old. Well, one guy called me and he said, I know what you look like. And I said, how? And he says, I saw your picture on your website. And I looked at my picture and that was 30 years ago. And I go, oops, I better change that.
That's right. Because so ads, that's what they do. Ads generate activity out there. I don't think people are going to see an ad and pick up the phone. I just don't. Okay. I think it generates interest. Mm-hmm. And then you want to keep branding. Branding is just keep showing up every month. We're showing up every month. And then they're going to go on your website or they're going to meet you at one of our events and be like, oh, yeah, I remember them. So that's what it works. So, yes, you have to have a website or at least a Facebook page, something that someone can go and check out your work.
Well, I met one gal at your bingo thing at the Village Inn.
That's
I
right.
signed her up for a new plan.
Excellent.
So,
yeah. So networking, collaboration, and what we're talking about is Stroll Harbor Bluffs and BeLocal Beaches, hence BeLocal Buzz with Devin, are two community magazines. Everyone comes by referrals. Okay, I am the connector, but I also just don't want anyone in the magazine. They have to be business owners that really know their stuff. They have to be experienced. I want the best. I want someone that cares about their customer, not just cares about their customer while they're there, their customer, but the aftercare. A lot of professions have aftercare, and I want you to be there for them then too. Obviously cares about their team, other business owners, and the community. So when you have those core values, there's nothing but excellence that can happen. Collaboration, referrals, networking, hence that's what we're all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Linda, someone might just be popping on. Let's tell again what you're doing and what people should be looking for. Are they getting something in the mail? Are they getting reminders saying, hey, it's open enrollment? Or how are people finding this out?
Well, if you're dead, you wouldn't find it, but in the mail every day.
Did I ask that? Did I say if you were dead, how would you find it?
Or you'd have to be dead if you didn't know that you're getting all this in the mail.
Okay.
I mean, every year it's just like political stuff. This time of year, you're getting all this stuff from everybody.
Okay, so there's a problem.
Yeah.
Those direct mailers, as we all know, they don't make it in the house. They go right in the trash can.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go back to you. How are people knowing? Okay, by your ad. Seriously, they're not. If you're saying direct mailers, the only way they're knowing, that's just not the way they're going to find out.
Yeah.
So
how do they find me? Google me, lindabullerman.com, or 727-501-1444, or in Devin's magazine.
Yep.
BeLocal.
And so is the prescription stuff the big buzz this year, or are there a lot of changes?
A lot of changes, but yes, the drugs are the main thing.
Okay. All right. So again, it's Linda Bullerman, Medicare specialist, and Medicare for 65 and above, but also for people that are on disability, right? Okay. So
as long as you got a Medicare card, I can help you. Or Medicaid.
Oh, okay. All right. Medicare or Medicaid. Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
have some kids that are on Medicaid.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. All right. So we'll get back to Linda in a little bit. Thank you, Linda.
Well, thank you.
And we have another guest. Ed, I think we're going to go with Erin next.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be.
Erin, I am so excited. This is the first time I've had you here, and I'm just so excited to have you on BeLocal Buzz with Devin, TAN Talk Radio.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And why would I play Octopus Garden for you? Did you like that? It was kind of cool, right?
Yes.
So what do you do?
Build custom water features, ponds, maintain customers what they already have existing or upgrade.
So the ponds. So if you have a obviously this beautiful yard and you put those ponds in, oh my God, they're so beautiful with the waterfalls, and can they have fish? And talk about the ponds that you've been doing.
If you want ponds with fish,
yes,
then you can pretty much, there is no limit on size other than your yard.
Okay.
I mean, if you could have, depending on the size of your yard, size of the pond.
Right.
But if you want low maintenance, go with the pondless, where you just have the water running and it disappears through the ground, through the gravel, and it recirculates.
So when I started the show off today, some people heard me say that ponds can draw. Oh, cool. can draw wildlife and create serenity. And that's what it is, like that waterfall and that noise and everything. That's something that you make, right?
Yes, it goes on height of the waterfall, the rocks, the size of the pump, all that stuff.
So how did you get in this business?
I started back in 98 working for a landscaper, and then I went on my own after 3 years working with him. And then one of my customers had landscape lighting. I called the supplier, and then they had landscape lighting, hardscaping, ponds, water features, started going to seminars, classes that they were putting on, and just learning all that stuff. And I love working with the boulders, the rocks, creating, nothing is the same feature. Everything is completely custom.
I could see that. And you're very artistic.
Thank you.
Is that something that's in your background?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, my grandfather was like somewhat of a mason.
Okay.
Doing stonework and stuff like that. And it's just so I love being outside and just working, just creating something unique.
Beautiful, yeah. So this is BeLocal Buzz. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Aaron, and he owns Conley Ponds, and the things that he makes are so unique and custom and creative. So what does someone do? How does that work? They contact you? Do you do a consultation? Do you go to their house? Talk to me about that procedure.
Get the phone call, get it scheduled, the appointment, go to their house, see what they are wanting to do. A lot of people think they want the ponds because of having that sound. And then I tell them, okay, do you travel a lot? Want that maintenance? No, I don't want maintenance. I travel a lot, but I don't want. So you have fish. You have to be home, be there to do the maintaining.
Yeah,
feeding
like
the
feeding
fish,
them. Yeah.
sometimes feeding them, treating the ponds and stuff like that, making sure it's running. And if like through the hurricane, the power outage and making sure the fish are good. And through just making sure that pump's running, giving the pond, the fish oxygen.
Okay.
And,
wow. Things you never think about, right?
And then, so if people tell me, no, I travel a lot. I'm home 6 months out of the year. Then I'm like, well, the pond is not for you. It's doing a pondless or doing a bubbling stone or like a fountain. And you could turn it off, go away for 2 months, 3 months, come back home, turn it back on. And it just.
Awesome.
I have a lot of customers that travel up north.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
During our summer, or customer has a place in Texas and also here. So he's back and forth every 3 to 4 months.
Wow. Okay. So what does an installation actually consist of? Do you actually like dig and put, I don't know, pumps? You can tell I don't know this language, but go ahead.
Well, if you want a pond to go, depending on the size, if it's like a 6x8 or 11x16, you should go about 2 feet deep, maybe 30 inches on the 11x16s. But when you start to get bigger and bigger, then you can start going deeper and deeper to give that proportion of that size.
Okay.
So if you go real deep on a smaller one, it gets so narrow because I'll dig it, create the shelving, and have boulders and stuff in there to hold the ground back. Because if you don't, we have a lot of sand. Everything will collapse on the sides. So creating different levels in the pond, different size boulders, depending on the size of the pond, putting them in, and it's just creating what is in nature, what you see in nature.
Fascinating. Ed, this is fascinating, right? Like the coolest guests over here. So this is TAN Talk Radio. BeLocal Buzz with Devin here every Thursday. And if you have a call for any of if you want to talk to anyone or have a question, 727-441-3000. Or if you're missing part of this show and you're just getting into your car or tuning us on YouTube, hello. You can also go back and see this show on YouTube Live, TAN Talk Radio. Right now, we're talking to Aaron. He's the founder and owner of Conley Ponds. And wow, just truly amazing and fascinating. So how long does an install take? So they come, they call you, they contact you, you have a consultation, I imagine at their house, so where they're going to put everything. How long does the process go from start to finish?
Sometimes it could be, it just depending on what they're looking for. Sometimes I'm a month out, sometimes 2 months out, just depending on the time of the year. The actual install of the job could be 1 day. It could be a week and a half or 2 weeks.
So holidays are right around the corner. What a cool, everyone's always like, what do I get someone that has anything or everything? I don't know what to get this person. What do I get my parents? What a cool thing to gift them. Can you imagine that? Oh my God.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. So could you work something like that? Could you do some kind of like pamphlet or gift card if someone wanted to do this for a holiday gift?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah, I've had people ask me about it.
That would just be really cool. Very cool. So I'm going to rope Karen in here for just 2 seconds because Karen is our next guest. I've already kind of spoiled a little bit of what she does, but you were talking to Aaron about some pretty cool ideas too. So what kind of questions do you have for Aaron right now?
Well, I do weddings and events. So I was actually thinking it would be really cool to do like big vases that have fountains in them, or even like a sweetheart table with a fountain and do florals around it, or like a big backdrop or champagne wall with a fountain. So do you do indoor stuff too?
When you go indoors, you start to get having that issue with the water and humidity. And so it's like having like a dehumidifier to pull that moisture out of the house or the buildings.
I see. Okay.
So, I mean, if you can just run it for that period of time, and that's like, if it's just for a few hours, should not be a problem. But
yeah, most weddings are like 4 or 5 hours. So
yeah,
I want to build a whole rental series of fountains for things.
I know, it sounds
that would be awesome.
The manufacturer I use is Aquascape, so it's strictly Aquascape, and they actually, on some of their features, they actually have fire integrated into the feature. So you have the fire and then the water. I have 2 of their features at my house. It's a propane tank.
Oh, that's cool. So what's your website? You must have that on your website.
Conleyponds.com.
Okay, conleyponds.com. All right, so what I would love for you to do, okay, this is for your ad, okay? I love interactive marketing. So I would like you to do a video of this fire and ice type of thing, fire and water. What am I working with here? An aquarium, all right? Are they the water sign and fire and all that?
Yeah.
Take a video of it, put it on YouTube and attach it to a QR code, and we can put that in your ad. And then people can scan it and actually see what that looks like. That would be cool, right?
That would be amazing. I feel like everyone needs like a fancy, really bougie fountain dash fire s'more station.
Oh my
God. At their event. In fact, we're having a party next Friday outdoors at the venue, so we could really use one if you want to send one over.
Aquascape has bowls where the water flows over. There's a ring in the center with doing fireglass or the fireglass, or like the fire like fire charcoal, whatever that will take the heat. They have spillway bowls. They have the Mongolians, real stone, and have fire coming out of that.
That's urns. So cool.
Wow.
So so if you get that in your backyard, front yard, what's more popular, front yard or backyard?
Depending on where you spend most of your time.
Okay. All right. Because it would be cool like to walk up to your house, right, and have that there. But it's also cool if you're sitting outside. So I guess you have get it in the front yard and the backyard, right?
It's just like I'm over in Tampa, like over in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
You cannot have anything out front. It all has to be the side of the house or in the back of the house because it's a very historical area and they just very strict.
Well, anyone who listens to BeLocal Buzz know I hate rules. So I guess I'm not moving to Hyde Park. And I just couldn't. I'd be kicked out. I wouldn't make it through the HOA process, I guess.
I mean, a lot of people over there spend time in the back of the house.
Yeah. Okay. So Aaron is also not only an amazing at what he does, a great business owner. He's with us. We're very proud to have you.
Thank you.
But he's also very philanthropic. So I'm just going to shift gears a little bit. Denim and Diamonds fundraiser for Raising Relief Foundation was supposed to be next weekend. For obvious reasons, we postponed it to 2025. Unknown, we're to be announced basically. And Aaron is actually raffling off for one of our live auctions. Is going to be one of these amazing Conley ponds.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And talking about being postponed because of the hurricanes, if you are a hurricane survivor and you need any kind of help, please go to raisingrelieffoundation.org, or we just set up a amazing donation center, Madeira Beach Donation Center. It's located behind the Saltwater Hippie, and it is set up like a dignified shopping store, except for you don't have to pay for anything. You come in, you get a shopping bag, you're greeted, and then you go through the departments. We have a household department, a food department, a toiletry department, linen department, clothing department, dog department. So you just go and get what you need at no cost to you. So again, that's behind Saltwater Hippie. The people over there, Jerry and her team over there are amazing, and we're here to help you. Also, if you want to give donations, you can go ahead and drop off, listen to me, I can't speak, donations Wednesday through Saturday, 1 to 5. The only thing we're not taking is clothing at this time. So, Aaron, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but it just brought me into that. It's important to talk about what's going on in the community. And it's Aaron with Conley Pond. So what else? How can people find you?
Facebook, Instagram. I do have a few videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Obviously, in the magazine.
Yeah.
I do doing Google ads.
Okay.
On the internet.
And then your website.
Website, yep.
Okay, excellent. And it's conleyponds.com?
Yep.
And spell Conley.
Conley.
Okay. And PONDS.
Yes.
.com. Okay. All right. Well, hold that thought. We're going to get back to you in a little bit. And then we're going to get on to our next guest. Do we have a song for Miss Karen? Get the party started. I got Karen here who you need to get the party going at all. You need her. Okay. So event planner. I just learned that it's the most stressful job up there with firefighters and military. Now I know you never look stressed. You're always happy. Why do people say that?
Well, I was a professional ballet dancer. I think that's why I can handle the stress.
Wow.
Maybe that's it.
I would imagine. Yeah.
I mean, I do have my heart checked regularly because I have a few clients that put me all the way up there.
Wow.
But they're few and far between. I love what I do. So.
Well, Karen, welcome to BeLocal Buzz with Devin on TAN Talk. And tell everyone, obviously, your name and the name of your company and what you specialize in.
My name's Karen O'Coin. I'm the owner of Studio 131 Weddings and Events, and I specialize in design, decor, and florals.
We saw your place. So part of our network is actually having events, and we have business-to-business meetings, a sponsored networking breakfast, and we actually had it at your Studio 131. And wow, I was really blown away. Linda, you were there, right?
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. So how did you start this? You didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a party planner, or what? How does that happen?
No, I was actually teaching ballroom dance, and I got my hands on a studio space. And the owner of that building actually fell ill, and she couldn't take care of it anymore after she remodeled it. It was beautiful. And she basically handed me the key for a really small amount of money per month, much less than what I pay now. And I was terrified because that was still 5 or 6 times more what I was used to paying her. And I said, oh, Lord, what am I going to do with this space? How am I going to make that much money? But I was pregnant at the time with my daughter, Isabel. And I said, well, I need to show this little girl that a woman can do anything. Oh. So I took on the challenge. I said I would do my best. And I was like, okay, well, it's time to get creative. And I didn't know the market for events in Florida at all. But I had a lot of tables and chairs, and I just started renting it out to whoever I could. And then I kind of built the business backwards. I educated myself a lot. I still do, on how to run a business, manage a team, and keep growing and scaling. I'm in 3 or 4 classes currently with 2 little ones now, with baby Joseph too.
Well, he's the CEO, right?
He's the CEO, yeah. But we've grown and we've shifted from that space into our now amazing space in Largo. I love it. It's a hidden gem back there. It's really beautiful inside, and no one knows we're there yet. So that's why we must network and do amazing things with you, Devin.
Yes. So, and we can find your ad in Stroll Harbor Bluffs.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. All right. So what's coming up? So when I took that tour, first of all, it's enormous and it's visually so appealing, right? It's right over there on a lake.
Yeah. Lake Seminole.
And I agree. You have to have a water fountain there. I think you need to go. You guys need to connect because that's a perfect place for a waterfall.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For any kind of party, not just weddings. I mean, that's just great for any kind of party. So what kind of events do you do there?
We do all types of events. We do weddings. We do graduation parties, sweet 16s, quinceañeras. Baby showers are one of my favorites. Okay. I mean, I love seeing mama before because then I always get the picture of the baby after. And if I'm lucky, we get to do their first birthday too. And sometimes their second. I've had a few clients where we do that.
Excellent.
Yeah. In fact, one of my clients recently just had her second baby, and I just did her wedding last November. Okay. So that was really special. She was already sending me pictures and messaging me, and
that's awesome.
It was pretty
so
cool.
Karen, you not only you have this event space, but you also do offsite, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, we are expanding and extending our offsite decor to holiday decor too.
Okay.
So we are coming up with some pretty amazing packages in order, like people don't have time to set up their decorations, especially if they're busy with their businesses and they're working. We're really looking to try and go
lazy.
in there or lazy or uninspired. Some people just don't have that,
I think Linda wants to ask you a question.
Oh, yeah. You want to ask me a question?
Yes.
I'm one of those that don't have the time, and I hired Karen.
Yay.
Yeah. Linda actually hired me to decorate her table for the stroll thing this weekend.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. We're going to talk about that when we talk about events. So stay tuned. If you want to talk to any of our guests, it's 727-441-3000. And right now we're talking to Karen. She is the owner of Studio 131 Events and Wedding Planning. Or did I get that backwards?
Weddings and events.
Yeah, wedding and
same
events.
Thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I was trying to forget the wedding part. No, I'm kidding, Mark. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right. So you go to people's houses and will decorate. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
So often people have a lot of decoration kind of in storage or put away somewhere. So I'll actually go to their home, look at what they have, look at their inventory, see what needs to be replaced, see what might need repairs, see how we can make it a little more creative and up to date. And then typically the clients will rent things off of me, different items, different trees, and I don't know. Sometimes they want me to do their whole house. Sometimes they want me to just do a Christmas tree. Sometimes they just want me to decorate for their Christmas dinner. So it really just depends on what the client wants. So we do the inspection of what you've got. Then we kind of give you a full-on design consultation, and then we stage things to make sure you like it. And then the last time we're there, we actually install everything and make it all gorgeous for you. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted you, so you're like the little secret elves over there, right? You work behind the scenes. So if someone wanted you to decorate their house for holiday, so you come do that whenever that is. And then do you have like a schedule, like December 27th, we're going to come back and take it down, or how does that work?
We do have options. I even partner with someone who has storage. So if you don't want to deal with it at all, we'll actually take it down, organize it, and store it for you. If you have your own storage, we'll put it away for you too. But yeah, that's definitely part of the package, because who wants to deal with taking it down?
I hate unpacking. This is the things I hate. I hate unpacking. I hate folding clothes, and I hate taking down things. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's the end. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but those are my three I hate to do.
I hate folding clothes too, so I'm definitely not going to.
So I can't sneak in. I can't sneak in and buy. When after you do that, can you fold a couple of these?
No,
socks?
but I can bring one of my team members that would probably love it.
I need that more than on a yearly basis. So Karen, how does someone find you, and do you have a website?
Yes, you can find me all kinds of places. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I think we have a TikTok, but I don't do much on there. So I do have a website. It's studio131orangelake.com. You can call us, you can text us, you can email us, you can message us on Facebook. We are everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere.
Yes, you are. We're brand new. Of course, on strollharborbluffs.com. But Karen, let me ask you this. Why you? Why call you? What makes you guys so different? And why are you in our network and other party planners aren't?
Well, first off, we have a unique connection. We were brought together by referral. So, I mean, that's was a blessing for sure. But I would say we are where luxury meets affordability.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you still get this gorgeous luxury design, but it's still fairly affordable for that type of market. You know, everyone wants something really gorgeous, but it's not always in everyone's means to pay for that. So, or it is in your means and you're just like, well, I'm not spending 10 grand on holiday decoration or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I like to think of us that way. And we are like a hidden gem. And I know everybody on my team is pretty phenomenal. They're all rock stars. We all have our unique talents. We all help each other out. There's certain things I'm terrible at. So I make sure that I have someone on my team that's really great at that, or 3 people for the things that I'm lacking at. I don't really like to organize. I like to see the vision and dream big and do the design and kind of pick people's brain and recreate whatever they're imagining. So that's my talent. That's where I really shine. That's what I love to do. I love to kind of take that out of people and make it happen. So I'm more of the artist, but I also have a lot of experience with business and sales. So I do that part okay too.
You do that part amazing.
I do that part.
She's being very humble. Yes. Okay. So besides Christmas and all that, okay, events coming up, New Year's parties.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We still do have a little bit of availability in November and December. We're booking out to next year. We definitely have some weddings already booked for next year, but we do everything from holiday parties to baby showers, birthdays, like I was saying earlier. And we even have weekday wedding options, micro wedding options.
What's a micro wedding?
A micro wedding's awesome. It's actually really trending right now. It's where people want to go buy a house together and go on this really amazing honeymoon, and they really want to minimize their budget and their party size. So they'll pick a weekday to kind of like tie the knot, but it's better than a courthouse. Like no one wants to just go to the courthouse. You feel like you're in trouble when you do that, right? You're like, how do I do this and not spend $1 million? So what we do is we provide the ceremony space, the reception space, all of the decoration, and then we can add on whatever services you want. Some people are like, I just want the ceremony and I'm done. Most people, though, want to do at least a champagne toast, maybe some light bites, and have a little hangout time afterwards. So it's usually like a 3 or 4 hour event. They're in, they're out. They have everything they need. They have their photographer, their officiant. They have their bar and catering if they want it. And, it's less than a quarter of what you would pay for an average wedding in Florida. So,
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
fun.
it. I like
a lot of people that are like young kids that just have a lot of stuff they want to invest in, or people who already have kids, but they want to get married and they feel guilty spending that money on themselves. That happens a lot. Or people that are on their second marriage or third marriage or vow renewals or whatever. They're like, well, it doesn't have to be so big for us. So we like helping those clients too.
Wow. So you're hearing it live with Karen from Studio 131, Weddings and Events. And it's BeLocal Buzz with Devin here every Thursday from 4 to 5 on TAN Talk Radio. And I love what you're saying. And I don't know what to say. I've seen your work. Okay. We saw it firsthand, Linda, right? It was beautiful. And all the decor you have in there. I mean, I got lost in the place, to be honest with you. I was like, hello, who's out there? Every room is bougie, but like you're saying, it's bougie on a budget kind of thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, bougie on a budget. I like that. I do. It's very beautiful, but it's also homey and relaxing. Like you want to be there. You want to spend time there. In fact, we even do content creation space throughout the week. So I have a lot of business owners that like to come there and shoot videos and
that's what we need to do.
Cool stuff. Yeah, you have to do that.
That's what we need to do at one of our sponsor networking things. You can do one of your QR codes.
I haven't done that yet.
I know. Well, you know who has done that? Michelle at Contour Aesthetics. Have you seen her ad?
I have a meeting with her.
Okay. Well,
She's
just
fantastic.
check this out. It's amazing. Check out what she did with hers.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
So we're going to go around to our guests one more time. First, before I do that, I just want to talk about RaisingReliefFoundation.org is a nonprofit that helps other nonprofits. And it also helps people in crisis. So right now we're on a very big hurricane relief drive donation and donation center. It's at the Saltwater Hippie on Madeira Beach. You can go there if you need things. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, 1 to 5. Please, it's a very dignified experience. It's very customer oriented, and we want to be there to help you. If you want to donate, we are taking everything except for clothing. And if you want to donate money, so I'm there all the time. We are boots on the ground. We know we're talking to the people. So we know that the needs that they have, it changes on a daily basis. What they needed last week is not the same thing they need this week. So if you just want to donate money on the website or even gift cards, please go to RaisingReliefFoundation.org and we will buy the supplies that are needed. I do want to go around to my guests one more time. Linda, give you a 30-second commercial before we get on to the buzz.
Okay. If you're on Medicare, you need to call me, 727-501-1444. Let me check your doctors. Let me check your drugs, because a lot of changes this year. Or look me up in Devin's book, Be Local. And I also have a Facebook, LindaBullerman.com.
Is that your website?
That's my website, but I'm on Facebook.
Okay. But she has a beautiful new website that you want to check out.
Yes. Go check it out.
Absolutely. And Erin, owner of Conley Ponds. Oh, amazing. So, so what do you want to say to our audience, our viewers, our listeners?
If anything got messed up from the hurricanes, I'm starting to get a lot of calls for that cleanup. Pumps went bad, or just a lot of debris, just needing cleaning, the ponds cleaned out, and just.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's, leaves, just anything that's just blew in from the storms. Things went bad. I was just over at a customer's house in St. Pete Beach. Actually, his pond was about 4 or 5 feet underwater.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's just really
it's devastating.
It is. It's just
okay.
It's just It's really
Yes,
sad.
it's devastating. So if you're out there on the beaches or if you see people that have been devastated, please tell them about what we're just talking about, RaisingReliefFoundation.org. We're here to help people. If they need any help, they can contact my number is 727-657-9615. And on our website and brochures is my personal cell phone. So I will actually get that. But that's a good thing. But besides a hurricane, let's just talk about the amazing fountains and ponds that you do. It's just so creative.
Thank you. I mean, even if you just have a real small space, some people think, oh, I don't have a big area. You really only need like a 5 foot by 5 foot area. And you can have a great sound, just like a small bubbling stone, just something to relax after a hard day's worth of work. And just.
That's awesome.
Have a drink and go out and relax.
Absolutely. And then just go to his website and you can see what we're talking about. Conleyponds.com. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And it's Conley.
Conley.
Excellent. Oh, good. Okay. Karen, go ahead. Give us your 30-second commercial.
Yeah. Well, as a planner with the most stressful job on earth, I might need one of those.
Yeah.
My name's Karen O'Coin. I'm the owner of Studio 131 Weddings and Events. We have a beautiful venue who offers all types of events, baby showers, birthday parties, quinceañeras. Did I say baby showers? Yes. Oh, and weddings. We also do a lot of off-site decor, including florals. So we are down to decorate any event. And we are now turning a page into home decor and holiday decor. So we're really excited about that. It's a new venture for us, but we have a lot of experience in all types of design. So we're thrilled.
I know. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So just a couple things that are coming up. November 14th at Cryo Studio. Now, we had them on our show a couple of weeks ago. Cryo Studio in Clearwater is located right next to Wildflower Cafe, our favorite cafe. Oh my God, in Fort Harrison. They're having an open house holiday party on November 14th from 1 to 6. So put that in your calendars. Also, November 16th. Oh my God, Sandy Atkinson. She's someone else we just had on the show. She is going to be singing at Finley's Pubs on Belcher and Largo. Now, she doesn't sing out a lot. She just produces records and she goes on tours and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to have her just singing at a bar that we can go to. And that's Sandy Atkinson. Ed, you heard her a couple of weeks ago. She's so amazing. And that is November 16th. November 17th is the Rising Tide Music Festival. And what that is a bunch of us nonprofits are getting together and we are supporting through the BVA and Larry Bell and his team over there. It is going to be from 11 in the morning to 11 at night at Krabby Bill's, the original one on Indian Rocks Beach. It's called Rising Tides Music Festival, and it is going to be a great community support. So come out, meet other nonprofits, local artists. Hopefully the Loader family will be there at Krabby Bill's on Indian Rocks Beach next, I guess it's November 17th. So everyone, thank you so much. I want to say thank you so much for being here. TAN Talk Radio every Thursday from 4 to 5 with BeLocal Buzz with Devin, your community connector, and have a wonderful weekend.